For the next stop on our trip to Hokkaido, we drove from the Mako-Manai Takino Cemetery to an onsen or hot springs town called Jozankei Onsen. Jozankei Onsen is located to the southwest of Sapporo. It is about a 35 to 40-minute drive from the cemetery to the Jozankei Onsen town. We had to cross through a tunnel when the town of Jozankei Onsen magically appeared before us. This town is known for their natural hot springs and a nice weekend destination for people living in Sapporo, which is about an hour away by car. When we got to town, one of the first things that we noticed was a light scent. It was floral in nature, and we realized that it is the smell of the hot springs. It was surprisingly pleasant. I'd expected the town's natural springs to smell like the sulfur beds at Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii. We stayed at the Grand Blissen Hotel. I found this hotel from another YouTube video. It was definitely a splurge for us. We had wanted to do this part of the trip later, but it would have entailed staying over the weekend, which is significantly more expensive. We booked a Thursday night and it was more affordable. We were spoiled here. We got to wear yukata around the hotel and even at dinner. Our room had a private onsen. I've never had a room like that before. Private onsens are great for people with tattoos, which are not allowed at many public onsens, and for those who are shy about being naked around strangers. The hotel had an area where we could pick up any toiletry that we wanted or needed. And a little gift shop where we could buy gifts and snacks from the area. There was even a large library area. Playroom for kids. Dinner was amazing. I don't eat beef, and the restaurant kindly handled my dietary request via email before we arrived. The kids said it was the fanciest meal they'd ever eaten, and they got to do it in their quote-unquote pajamas. That's how they described the yukata. Their first course, which was waiting for us when we were seated, had an appetizer, which had some sea urchin, or uni, king crab and herring roe, and a green miso broth, trout tempura, salmon and cheese pate with candied tomatoes, bluefin sashimi served with grated yam. We could also pay extra for specialty drinks, which we could order from this device. There was a drink bar that we could choose free drinks from. There was a machine serving warm beverages like tea, a hot coffee machine, and a soda machine. Our second course was a steamed fish with a lemon dressing dish. There was also a deep-fried eel wrapped around Hokkaido's summer delicacy, asparagus, accompanied with a vinegar sauce. I am unsure what this third dish is. A palate cleanser was served next, which was a peach sorbet with blueberry sauce. The main course was the beef prime rib. There was a rich marbling to the prime rib. My husband said it was funny that he had to come all the way to Jozankei Onsen in Hokkaido to have such an amazing piece of meat, and he's quite the carnivore. I don't eat beef, so this is the fish that I was served instead of the beef prime rib. The last course before dessert was a clam rice dish featuring fresh yuba or tofu skin. The rice is from Hokkaido. Dessert was a panna cotta with a red fruit sauce. Everything was just so yummy and exquisitely prepared. Finally got to soak in our private onsen, and it was lovely. The hotel provided face masks, and it was such a relaxing time. The town lights up in parts reserved only for guests of the hotels in the area. You need a ticket to go to it, which we received at check-in. Sadly, it rained quite heavily for most of the time that we were in Jozankei, which was only one night. I've seen pictures, and it is beautiful, and I wanted to capture pictures of my own. Mother Nature made sure I couldn't do that, but all the more reason for me to go back. Breakfast, which was also included in our stay, was amazing. They had this set dish laid out for us as soon as we sat down at the table. It was salmon, egg, tamago, and some other things. There was a little bit of sashimi in there. There was a whole other buffet that we could go to supplement the set meal that we were given. There was miso soup, a rice porridge,
It's pretty thick, actually.
regular rice, yogurt, and different sauces for the yogurt. Baked desserts, fresh fruits, salad bar condiments, and a whole salad bar. They also had a separate section where you could get dishes for children, as well as another section where you could get different toppings for your rice, such as natto or pickles. Slimy it is, the natto. After we checked out, we went to get pastries from a local bakery. This bakery was a little hard to find as there were no signs on the building. This bakery does have a public foot bath out front. It would have been fun to use, but it was raining when we were there. Outdoor public foot bath right in front of the bakery. And there's really no good sign out front, so it's a little confusing. As we headed out of town, we stopped by a fruit stand selling fresh fruit, which included cherries, and soft serve ice cream. We saw it as we drove to Jozankei Onsen and made it a point to stop by on our way out of town. And we were glad that we did because the cherries and soft serve were very yummy.
Hey, konnichiwa.
Thank you for watching my video from our time at Jozankei Onsen. It was a lovely town and hope to go back in the future. Please stay tuned for more videos from our trip to Japan. This was episode 5 in our series. Please subscribe to my channel to see more videos from our trip. Thank you.